The tension. Okay. I am going to go... I'm going to go with love. Hang on, there's more. Suffering, success, the planes, you, Ravel, you change my nature forever. Oh. Nothing can change the nature of a man. I don't believe that. I cannot answer that question. This is it, yeah. In truth, all of these can change the nature of a man. All of them. All of these can change the nature of a man. Which begs the question, does anything actually change the nature of a man? Are they who they are? Yeah, each of these could be equally true. Now, I don't know from a game perspective whether it changes. I don't know how much more game there is, whether it changes what comes after what my answer is. I'm hoping nothing soft locks me. And bearing in mind my experience, I've had lots of incarnations, which all seem to be quite different. And the question she was asking me there was along the lines of, she seemed surprised by some of the answers that I had changed. I'm going to go back to my gut. I'm going to go with love. And that is your answer? The veins in Ravel's eyes begin to shift slightly and she gives an evil smile. Be certain before you say. It may not be your answer, but it is my answer. Here we go. And that is all I wished for, my precious man. Ravel's smile relaxes. A simple answer, and in the end, many other men I have laid low while they sought my answer. Oh, that's it? I thought... Ravel cackles. Countless times has the question been asked, and not once did the pathetic shells who came before me answered with their answer, but always sought to creep inside my mind and find what I thought. There is no truth in that. I don't believe you. In fact, I don't think they ever could have answered you're true, even if it was true to them. Ravel falls suddenly, strangely silent. She is watching you warily. You never cared about my answer any answer other than mine. Ever, did you? Yet still you asked the question, knowing that no matter what the answer they gave, they would die by your hand. Okay, you never cared about any answer other than mine. Ever, did you? Yet still you asked the question, knowing no matter... Okay. Is that because of my link with Ravel? What is my link? What is my relationship with her, truly?
Updated my journal.
Ravel hisses. Of course, your answer was the only one I sought. For you were the only reason I asked the question. Did you think I cared for them? Did you think I even cared a fraction of the amount for them that I cared for you, my precious man? Answer me that. Don't tell me this is Dayanara. I'm leaping now. Okay, I'm through answering your questions, Ravel. Now you'll answer mine. Of course, ever questions, ever questions. So why did you make me immortal, Ravel? It's what you wanted, seedling, and you asked so sweetly. Now how could Ravel say no to one such as you? Immortality was your solution, and your challenge to me. Okay, my solution, but why? I don't know, seedling. Time has chipped away at my memories as well. It would seem. Seem? If you remember, tell me. I'm a curious myself. It must have been something important. Isn't it in the nature of a man to want to live forever? Only if what lies on the other path carries greater pain. Okay, Dakon. Ravel, this is important. Do you have any idea why I asked you to do it? Death was a thing you needed to dodge. An easy thing to say, mayhap. But to do? It is not. Immortality, even with its flaws, was the best solution this withered mind could untangle. Yet, lead is not easily a change. Lead is not easily a change to gold. But it is possible. Thought the unwise. Revel. If water can be drawn from blood, mortality can be taken from a mortal. Peeled back like a sticky film. So you pulled it off. The gulf between man and unman is great. You travelled the distance. I provided the means, but you crossed on your own. Revel slaps her head and rakes a hand through her hair. Bad, Revel. Mortals are too flawed to be made to last. Still, they break. They must be dragged, kicking and screaming, into an unhealthy new mould. Unhealthy? So the ritual was flawed? Shortcuts must be made, and they can break the moulded. For it is not always the mould that breaks, but the substance poured within it. Force something into a shape it was not meant to be, and it breaks. I thought the material was of stronger stuff, but you have been broken. Okay, but I am immortal. Surely that was a success. You have survived long, immortal one, but you have become the prey of the creature that is life. She cups her hands, then reverses it, forming a canopy with her hands. The body is but a hut for the soul. Now no one dwells in your hut. Okay, what went wrong with the ritual? Puzzle-fleshed, broken, beautiful, beautiful mortal man. The ritual was not a finished thing. Revel's brows wrinkle and her talons pick at her hair, tugging on a lone strand. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but... The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. The casting of shadows, the quiet, violent deaths of the mind, and the pain-taking emptiness. These things are dangerous are in such a fragile vessel, no matter how strong a mortal man. Regret them and the ritual I do. Casting of shadows? Ungrateful shades, but ungrateful without cause? The shades, they hate you, Nameless One, for they are fathered by you, your children. Once forsaken, they will never forgive. They will do everything they can to destroy the parent. Such is the way of children. Okay, how do I father shades, these shadows? Oh. What is happening? These are the things that have been following me around. They are my children of a sort? Oh dear. How many? Am I going to have to deal with them, or are they gone? Okay. Right. You cast shadows on existence, Nameless One. With every death, the shadow arises fresh from the fields of your flesh. Oh, each time I die. Okay. They wander for a time, but always they return, looking to murder their parents. Such is the way of many offspring. Revel purses her lips in disapproval, then suddenly pokes you in the chest with a talon. And thankless young men such as yourself. Okay, tell me more about the ritual. The ritual gave you what you wanted, but great were the costs. Okay, she's told me this already. Okay, what did you mean by the quiet, violent death of the mind? 1,000 deaths, and you recover from each. Not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Its scars run deep and do not heal. The brain is encased in a hard-bone shell, difficult to breach, but with no defense against that which eats at it from within. Okay. 1,000 deaths, you recover from each, not so the mind. The mind is much more fragile. Okay, so each time I survive and come back, it's the brain and the mind that's suffering. The body is a bit more robust in that sense. Okay, the pain-taking emptiness. You have a hole where your mortality once lay within your shell. She makes her hand into a fist and shakes it. Rattle, rattle goes the hollow man, a baby's plaything, with naught but a tiny stone that clatters and clacks in your frame. Okay. Okay, but despite these problems, it does seem like the ritual worked. Okay, each time I die, it creates a shadow. The shadows want to kill me. It's affecting my mind as I go on, but it seems overall like it worked.
Updated my journal.
Do you doubt, Ravel? Of course I delivered on what was promised. Not long after the spell drew to a close, I killed you to see if it had worked. You struggled so, but I kept my grip tight and watched you die your first of many deaths. Ravel clacks her teeth. Then was I learned in its flaws. Okay, what flaws? And don't tell me what you've already told me. Ego enwraps us like a prison. Forgot I did that it oft-times serves as a shield. Ravel clicks her tongue. My pretty, pretty thing, there is much wisdom and understanding in the truth that life is a preparation for the ultimate goal. Death. Our life is a means by which we learn how to die. If we forget such things... Okay, so that's when you discovered I lost my memories when I died? Yes, Ravel nods. Unfortunate. Without the mortality to hold such memories tight, the shell a body is... Okay, so you took my mortality from me. Is it still intact? Ravel seems surprised and alarmed. Yes, yes, yes. Fear not for your broken mortality. If you are here talking at me, intact, your mortality must be. Such a thing cannot, not be destroyed as long as you exist. You are an anchor of your mortal soul, and as long as you are intact, so shall it be. Made to last, are you? Ravel smiles and gives a wheezing laugh. For life swallowed you and spit you out. It swallowed him, but I don't know if he came out of that end. Mort, enough. Look, enough of this, Ravel. You took my mortality from me. It's caused more harm than good. I would take it back now. You've had it over long, I think. Ah, you make a demand? Ravel's black-veined eyes sharpen and twist, taking a disturbing awareness, and she bares her yellow fangs. No. That, Ravel, I will not do. What is done cannot be done. What is undone cannot be done. Okay, why not? Ravel cannot give such a thing to you, my precious man, for Ravel has nothing to give. I never possessed you or your mortality, though I wish to keep them both in my garden as selfish affection's keepsakes. Trace the patterns of your flesh, but such things Ravel could not bring herself to do. Why not? Ye loved him. Anna breaks her silence. She sounds astonished. You loved him, you did. Ravel gives a low, wide smile. Is that so hard for you to believe, fiendling? She cackles softly to herself. Does Ravel, being Ravel, and thus a myth, not deserve to carry such a feeling in her black, brambled heart? No creature is undeserving of such a feeling, Ravel. Grace speaks softly. The histories do not paint such a compassionate picture of you, however. The past is past, and histories care little for us speaking the truth of it. Ravel frowns, then her voice drops slightly, threateningly, as she studies Grace. The feeling brushed me, yes. And now hold your silvered tongue, abysmal daughter. I need not your soft words to cloud the air here. The man and I shall speak, and you shall bow out of this. I shall attend to you shortly. Okay, look, enough, Ravel. If you don't have my mortality, where the bloody hell is it? I don't know, sweet thing. But if I were you, I'd get it back quick. No telling what horrible things someone could do to you if they held your mortality for ransom. Ravel clicks her talons together. It would be like holding someone's sweet, succulent soul. A puppet dancing on someone's strings would you be, and a most sad puppet too. Know where it is, I do not. Okay. It would have been too easy for you to know. Okay, hold a moment. You say you don't know where my mortality is. Do you know someone who does know where it is? Ravel smiles horridly, her tusks gleaming. Clever, clever, clever you are. Yes, there is another who might know the things that Ravel does not. Okay, another may know. Who? Who? Ravel's eyes dim as if she is staring at something in the distance, and her voice slows. A fair-skinned one, must you ask? An angel, a diva, one who soars on the wings of morning, and with his hands is the architect of horizons. He lies beyond my keeping, in another cage, in another prison. In his knowing is the knowing of what you wish to know. Ask him your questions, listen to his answers, use them as guides. Okay, where can I find this angel?
Updated my journal.
In a leaving this prison, to another cursed prison will you arrive, though it may not appear as such to casual glances. Step lightly and find the golden link in the ever-shortening chain. The light shall give the dark of the matter, and new paths shall open up to you. Okay, delightfully cryptic, though not surprising. Thanks. Ravel cackles. Of the past I am not held to particulars. You are fortunate to receive anything, O caustic one. Okay. Oh, am I? It's just that the chain of who knows what and where they are never seems to be... Okay. Oh, am I? It's just that the chain of who knows what and where they are never seems to be a smooth series of links. Ah, Ravel smiles, holding up one of her talons. And that is why you must keep each link safe. For if they are not smooth now, imagine what the chain will be like when more links shatter. Time and death are not as patient with others as they are with you. Okay, what are you saying? What if one of your precious links was to die? What if you forgot yourself again? What would you do then? Where would your stolen mortality be then? It would be lost forever, for there would be no one left to ask how to reach it. Tracing your path would become harder, mayhap impossible. Okay, that's true enough. But I had some other questions. I've got some questions about you, Ravel. Yes, ask your questions about Ravel, my precious man. Okay, who are you, exactly? Where did you come from? I? Ravel am I. A maker and breaker of puzzles, a solver of what cannot be solved. A mind ravelling and unravelling until the threads of thoughts are tied up like knots in a drunken man's hair. Ravel picks at one of her jagged grey hairs, wrapping it around her fingers. It is enough it is. But what are you? Some have called you a night hag, whatever that is. Night hag? Ravel gives a ghastly smile, her yellow teeth like needles. I am but a woman who has sorely missed her beloved creation. Some have named me Crone, Grey Lady, Yaga Sister, Night Hag, but myself is my name, Ravel. Ravel who puzzles well, providing conundrums to decipher and laying impossibilities low. But... Okay, but... Many things are said about we Grey Ladies. A race are we night hags, but an individual am I. Some call us evil of old, stalkers of mortal dreams that kindly ones, ugly, hideous things whose homes lie in the dark places of men's minds. Ravel's eyes narrow to reddish sparks. But that means nothing to me. What would one such as you call one such as I, pretty thing? Oh, lie, I would call you beautiful. Truth, I would call you ugly. Or I would say all the descriptions are all correct. Oh. Now, this lie here. She's obviously in love with me. Do we tell a white lie? Or do we just tell the truth? This could go badly. I'm going to have to tell the truth. I would call you ugly, Ravel. Yet ugly I need not be, pretty thing. My shape is but water to my will, and I may reweave its fibres to a more pleasing tapestry. Ravel glances at Fall from Grace, then smiles and licks her lips. Yes. Ravel, what?
Experience has increased my skills.
Okay, she's turned into Fall from Grace. Ravel has melted into Fall from Grace, taking on her demeanour, her features, her clothes. Is this shape more pleasing? Ravel smiles, her teeth now brilliant perfect white, the lips with just a hint of red. So cultured and breathtaking. She motions you to come closer. Come, my precious man, my lips do not burn with abysmal torments. Lay your lips upon mine. Okay. What do we do here? This feels wrong. I'd say no, Ravel. Okay, let's say stop these games. I've neither time nor patience for them. Resume your form. Mayhap. It is the rougher woman that you crave, the one of passionate fire? Ravel glances at Anna, who stiffens as Ravel's gaze pins her. Mayhap it is her that whets your appetite. Okay, Ravel, stop this. I've got no more time for your... Oh, she's done it. Now she's Anna. Ravel has melted into Anna's shape, taking on her demeanour, her features, her leather vest. Is it the rough-edged woman that you crave, the one for whom age has not yet tempered her passions? Anna's, Ravel's tail flicks as if in anticipation. Come, caress my lips with your own and I shall please you. Okay, look, stop the games, Ravel. Resume your form. You blink and Ravel is twisted back into her original form. A difficult man to please you are. Ha! Wonder do they why there are no males of our kind. Okay, what other shapes can you or have you turned yourself into? Maybe some, Mebeth none. Oh. Ravel seems confused by the question. I've not remembered such. I've been mayhap. Oh, wow. Neither smarter nor martyr. So many threads and branching, so many Ravels, always switching and mending and growing are my forms. Okay, you were saying you were Mebeth, who taught me magic? That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused, her black-veined eyes becoming misty. Names are difficult to remember. Her voice becomes faint. Like calling across a great distance. Okay. Well, Mebeth was kind to me and helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. I thank you. As you mentioned Mebeth, all the colour seems to bleed out of Ravel's face until she is grey and ashen, literally. It's like the colour just vanished. And who might ye be, Oh, she does Mebeth's voice. I can't remember Mebeth's voice. Does your path bring you back to old Mebeth's door, child? Okay. Yes, it does, Mebeth. I came to learn more of the art. Can you teach me any more? Ha! I'm but a midwife, child. Such powers as the art commands is much beyond me. Okay, I don't think so. I think you may have more to teach me than you may realise. Much more. Then comes the question like an echo. You want to learn the art, you do? Why do you want to learn such things? Because I need it to solve the mystery of who I am. After a moment, Ravel, Mebeth, nods. The art may help you, it may not. And if you must not rely on it till... Hang on, let me get this right. The art may help, it may not. And you must not rely on it to solve all your problems, she sighs. Child, it's most likely only going to add another chip to your pile of questions. She leans in close. But if you know, then listen. Okay, I'd listen.
Updated my journal.
Oh, 90,000 experience. Mebeth, Ravel whispered something and you feel different. Oh, +1 wisdom. Oh. You feel different, changed somehow. She told you something horrible, something about how the planes work, but your mind has shut out her words, and you cannot recall them. Just thinking about them sets your heart pounding. Ravel told you something you're not sure anyone was ever meant to know. She's watching you, studying you. Okay, what other shapes have you been, Ravel? So you were Iveen in the mortuary as well? That may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused. Okay, same thing again. Same kind of response. So in her own way, Iveen helped me, Ravel. That means you helped me. I thank you. Almost unconsciously, Ravel's hand reaches out for you, and just for a moment you swear they're Iveen's hands. Stand my ground. Ravel's left hand plucks a hair from her head, hooks it around her talons, and lightning-like she jabs another talon into the skin near one of your scars. It's barely more than a pinprick, but it looks like she's about to start stitching you up. Okay, let her work.
I feel stronger.
Okay, max HP. This is good. As it was with Iveen, the sensation is curiously painless, but the thread and stitching seem to be going much deeper, almost inside you, without actually going beyond the surface of the skin. In moments, Ravel's talons draw back and you feel better, stronger. Ravel mutters in Iveen's voice, "Done something." Okay, and the other shapes that you've been? You were the balmy seamstress in the buried village, Marta. Okay, that may have been one of my names, yes. Ravel looks more confused. Names are difficult to remember. Okay. Okay, Marta was balmy, Ravel, but she was not unkind and not unhelpful. If you were her, then you mean me no harm, so I thank you. As you say her name, Ravel's face seems to shift. Her blue skin sags until she's wearing the same sour, curd-faced expression you saw on Marta's face. Come on now, don't be all difficult on Marta. She raises the talon of her index finger like a scalpel and advances upon you. False, nasty corpse. Okay, stand my ground. Ravel's filthy talons jab into your abdomen, then pulls it brutally downwards in a saw-like motion. But there is no pain. You watch as your skin peels slowly back from her touch. No blood issues from the wound. Look at this, Marta. Look at this. Let's let her work. Ravel's free hand digs into your chest where she loops your intestines up like yarn and plucks them from your stomach. As she does, your stomach seals up as if time was going backwards. Marta, or Ravel, holds up your intestines like a trophy. Pretty, eh, Marta? One shouldn't swallow such a thing. No. Could I have those back, please? I may need those later. She hands you the ropey mass. Despite the freshness, the fluids surrounding your intestines have dried like resin. It feels more like a loop of glazed rope. Thanks. Yeah, I'll treasure this always.
Updated my journal.
Marta, Ravel nods slowly. As well, he should, shouldn't he, Marta? Yes, he should, Marta. Powerful magic to be found in the guts of an immortal. Yes, not like teethies or eyes. Okay. So, and some other questions. Lots of questions to go on here. So why were you imprisoned, Ravel? Or so what is this place? Let's ask why she was imprisoned first. I tried to help a lady, and kindly she did not take to it. Okay. The Lady of Pain. You tried to help her. My offering of help was unwelcome. I tried to set her free. Sigil is a cage. A city of doors and locks is a prison for her. It must be, mustn't it be? Why else call City of Sigil the cage? And who is caged? The lady. A prison so small for one so great, unjustness, wrongness, intolerable, to torment a woman thusly. I think I know who should be in a cage. Mort, be quiet. I tried to break the cage to let the lady go free. She makes a shooing motion, her expression becoming pained as she scatters invisible birds. Shoo, O pained woman. Let Sigil's ring be broken so you might fly far from its filthy streets, and the stupid Davis that dare not speak in words for fear their thoughts would be overheard. Ravel's hands slowly stop their shooing motion, and she gives a slow sigh. Okay, go on. Before I could finish, I have found myself here, and my memories none the better for the trip. Much has slipped away, much forgotten. Yes, it was. Was. Ravel smiles with her yellow teeth. The dwindling of memory has become a comfort to these old bones. Much have I forgotten. I am fortunate in that I still remember you. Okay, but why did you try to free the Lady of Pain from Sigil?
Updated my journal.
Ravel's voice drops, almost reprimanding. I resent anyone, even a power, being imprisoned, and I think that all, everyone, whether stone shores or quiet-bladed ladies, should be free. Some have said, more fool I. Why risk such a thing, they said. Well, I sort of agree. Or do I? I do agree, why risk it? There are some things I cannot bear, no apologies will I make, my precious half-man, yet, when I cannot let matters well enough alone, many are the lives and dreams that are left in pieces on the ground. If I had let you be, mayhap much better your life would be. Okay. Is that what you were trying to do when I met you so long ago? Were you trying to set me free? Quite possibly, quite. Life's chains and fear of death may have gripped too tightly on the man I knew. Knew then, Ravel picks at one of her jagged grey hairs, wrapping it around her finger. No liking for chains and cages does Ravel have. Okay, so I was caged somehow, or chained. Sounds to me as if your memory's stirring, Ravel. Yes. Ravel blinks for a moment, her black-veined eyes become duller, as if she has been struck with a heavy weapon. Her talon tightens around the grey hair, so tightly it looks like she's about to tear it from her skull. Mayhap, you were trapped, but it was no normal cage that held you. Okay, do you have any idea what held me?
Updated my journal.
Ravel looks confused, and her face twists as if she is fighting an unpleasant thought. I have forgotten. Mayhap a promise? No. Her finger tightens around the grey hair, and to your surprise there is a snap like a twig breaking, and Ravel tears the hair from her head. A trickle of black blood worms from beneath her skull cap, and she hisses in anger. Ravel, you all right? Wow. No more, will I say? Ravel's face wrinkles in the pain, the talon covered with blood-tipped grey hair. Even plucked from her head, it looks jagged and stiff. I do not know, and no knowing shall I share. She stares down at the grey hair wrapped around her talon, and then she hisses and flicks it to you. Take this, and leave the past where it lies, half-man. Okay, very well, Ravel. Then there's nothing more to be said on the matter. I had some other questions. What is this place? Ravel gestures around her. Once a maze of lifeless stone it was, featureless. But a small black seed was wound in my hair when I came to this place, and it grew strong amongst the stone, flourishing until it ran thick throughout the maze like the unravelled hair of a crone. And so this maze of another becomes my garden. Okay. The legends claim you're a powerful mage, Ravel. Can you teach me some of the art? Ravel frowns disapprovingly, her bluish skin twisting like a rag. Does Ravel know the arts? Is your mind gone away of the mortality? A thing up and lost? I have forgotten more of the arts than you shall. She jabs you with one of her talons. Ever? No. Well, can you teach me some of it then? Ravel narrows her black-veined eyes, studying you. Mayhap I could be persuaded by one such as you, though any other would not have such a chance, nor the boon I offer. Are you a rudimentary student in the arts, or am I facing a tried, true, and tired master? I wouldn't class myself as a master. I really couldn't say. I seem to be alternately complimented and ridiculed for my efforts. Brilliant. I'm going to go with that one. I really couldn't say. I seem to be alternately complimented and ridiculed for my efforts. You are the one who creeps along the middle path when speaking to others, I see. Such a path lacks conviction. Ravel scrunches her eyes as she stares at you. I'd guess you're a fledgling mage, but you have a branching of potential that is yet to grow. I'll give you this. Shh, close your eyes, listen. Okay, close my eyes and listen. As you close your eyes and listen, a tremor passes through you as if barbed snakes were burrowing beneath your flesh. When your eyes open, within your palm is a strange black barbed seed. You have no idea how it got there. Ravel is watching you carefully. Take the seed. Learn from it. Okay. What other forms? I've asked her about that. What is this place? Do I have any other questions on my immortality? I think I've asked all these. I think we've done all of these now. Okay, thank you for the information you've given me, Ravel. I must leave now.